Mine's just back up again. I just tested it. Yeah, I was just saying to Roger, I went out, I created a post before I went out to the supermarket to pick up a sandwich, didn't publish it, but came back and then was just about to publish it and everything went weird.
Well, so you're the cause of the outage.
Yeah, according to the mine status, they've been having problems all day,
Mm.
on and off. This last issue was we sold 2136 UTC, so you've know. But yeah, they've had issues since.
I think mine's being hacked.
No, probably just some. As far as I can see, some sort of latency issue, and also we continue to process in Fighters tablets. What's Fighters tablets?
Where are you reading?
Mine's status. Past incidents today.
50.
So status mine .mines.com.
And there.
The Fighters tablet. Tablet. Oh, okay. So it's not an actual tablet. Okay, it's a instance of of a database thing. MySQL. MySQL. For they want using MySQL. They may use MySQL for some purposes. MirrorDB or something. So yeah, it looks like some sort of database corruption issue.
Vitesse tablet. Yeah, Vitesse is one of the database engine, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's the first time I've come across the term Fighters in tablet in this context.
I don't know what tablets are, but maybe it's. I know
Vitesse. It's actually a container.
It's a MySQL
container sort of thing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay, database now stable. What's the outstanding issue?
There isn't. No, we have detected issues sending out active activity pub events and actively investigating. But I've noticed there is nothing in GitLab about this. And yeah, mine's been as transparent as they can be.
Do they log admin related issues in GitLab normally?
No, I did a general search
this is like an administration
2 hours ago. Yeah, I did a general search 2 hours ago, and let's just have a quick look again. Time issues. Something that's really annoying me. I noticed that GitLab is keeping signing me out every 5 minutes or every time I go visit a site. 4 hours ago, allow network admin to disable work emails. Admin, nothing about any issues or any actual downturn.
Update 4 hours ago. Yeah, network admin not all users. Yeah.
Yeah, again, them being transparent, not. Mm.
Maybe they are using something more than just GitLab. But
No, well, GitLab is the main sort of
hmm yeah, but they gotta
ticketing.
track these outage somewhere.
Yeah, they used to have mine status collecting RSS information from GitLab, but I think they've disabled that
hmm
because there used to be an entire group, just a subgroup called status, and that doesn't appear anymore.
hmm Where's Roger streaming on this for this episode?
Everything, anything.
Rumble?
Yeah, I presume so. Rumble, Odyssey, YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever.
Oh yeah, let me check out his X. Oh yeah, there he is. Started 16 minutes ago.
Okay, wasn't there? Can open up that text file and can we paste that and post? Yeah, I post all about Mozilla Firefox and enabling advertising preferences by default.
Okay.
It's interesting. Latest release. I just wanted to pick up some decent hashtags before I was published. Whenever it comes to mine's hashtags, I try to keep to a certain amount of hashtags. So all through my posts, I've got corresponding hashtags, but I try to limit the amount I use.
I'm going to try to get this into full screen so it can be easier on the video. This actually is pretty good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have already jumped into it. You want me to just I can just download the thing and do the actual edit on this. This is actually pretty good.
You can. We were really just talking about the issue that Minds has been having over the last couple of hours.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to hit record. I'll just go and download the stream.
Yeah. Did you do the intro?
No, that's fine. It's fine because this is how we usually roll when we get together.
Yeah. Okay, you can do the intro on
Do you guys want me to?
Post-production.
You can, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did anybody get any feedback on what just took place today with the?
I was just having a look through GitLab on the screen, and I couldn't find anything. And I called, and as far as me and Tan managed to work out, there's been issues with databases, which has needed to be restored, and there is currently an issue with sending out activity pub events.
Oh.
But that shouldn't really affect us anyway. It's really the database issues that was the major problem.
Hopefully they got backups. Don't need another.
Well, yeah, they they're not like that company that we were talking about last week. There's an entry here saying databases. The database is now stable and restored. That was 21 that was about 2 hours ago.
Well,
Just under.
we were just talking before you got in here, Tan, and we blamed it all on Bill. It's Bill Altman's fault.
Of course you did.
Forget it.
Who else is to blame?
Who else? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I found something out that I think would be a good idea for next year if you guys want to do it. You know how we were
Right.
talking about the car industry and everything?
Mm-hmm.
I just found out here in the last week that LaGuardia Airport had to be shut down. All of its electronics went out on them, and freaking like airplanes were stuck in the sky and couldn't land because of it. And this is 2 years after they got hacked themselves.
Okay, I'm just wondering if this is related to that Microsoft Windows issue last week. The third-party security company that a lot of these companies are using. I can't remember what it's called now, but
CloudStrike.
They said it was
Yeah,
a complete
yeah.
it was a complete failure of or a shutdown basically of all their databases and stuff.
what caused it?
Oh, I would pull it.
I'm presuming it's caused by that last week's issue,
LaGuardia.
which I didn't report on.
Actually, let me spell it right. LaGuardia Airport. Yeah, I can go to LaGuardia Airport issues.
Just now? Just today?
This happened in July 2024. Flights experienced departure delays of an average of 6 minutes, and some flights were canceled. The FAA website provides general airport conditions, including departure and arrival delays by destination. I think that might have been. It's just.
All right,
delays.
if seeing as there's no date on it, I'm presuming it's related to last week.
Yeah.
Unless there's further reports by the FAA.
Massive technology outage impacts LaGuardia Airport.
Mm.
Okay, now that happened
Abundance.
5 days ago. That came out on Channel 12, and
Yeah, that makes about sense. 5 days ago. Yeah.
and then the one
That
below
was
it.
Friday.
The one below it says flight delays at LaGuardia Airport after widespread Microsoft.
Yeah. So it is that
Same.
issue. That's,
Same issue.
yeah.
So, I didn't get into this too much. What was the deal with the Microsoft?
This company, I can't remember the company name, but produces security software for corporations, which is
It's
used by a large
CloudStrike.
CloudStrike. Okay, that is provided to a lot of organisations, and they, because of what I can see was poor quality assurance.
Yep.
Policies, procedures, they released some code which actually contained absolutely nothing, just zeros in it, and which caused a problem, causing the standard Windows blue screen of death issues.
So the code,
Kernel panics. Kernel panics.
the updated code trying to access an invalid memory reference, and that usually causes the blue screen. Yeah. I mean, with modern Windows apps, that shouldn't happen, but this must be some kind of low-level C++ programs that's managing stuff, right? And if it fails, then there's no fail-safe.
I was tempted to create a post out of it, but the story was a bit slow and took a couple of days to and so I did just didn't bother. It surprises me how many of these companies still use Microsoft Windows as a server.
Well, see, that's
You
what
will be surprised. A lot of them
Mm.
are using Windows Server.
That's
Still.
what we were having a conversation about once. I remembered whenever Windows XP was out, all these companies had Windows XP installed into it, and they even had it hooked up on their registers where people who worked at diners and shit would sign out, and it would be on Windows XP.
Yeah, funny enough, when I was working for a college, it was the time, it was, what was it, 94, 95? Oh no, it was, 94, 95. So we were moving away from Windows 3.11 to 95. And I did an entire department, the business and computing department upgrade. Something like, what was it, 500, 600 machines all in one weekend. And also, when I was working for insurance companies, everything was done using Microsoft. Actually, first company was mainly Novo Network, but second company was mainly done through Microsoft Windows. So all server, frameworks using Windows, Active Directories, all client machines were running Windows. I want to say XP, but no, probably 98 by then.
Now, see, that's what I'm thinking too, because like ever since we did that thing on the car dealerships, I've been like running into all this crazy shit that concerns these big corporations and shutdowns and technology, and it's just popping up everywhere. Like I heard about this on the freaking news. You know what I mean? Like it was maybe 5, 6 days ago they were talking about it on the news. Just after we were talking there. Think something.
So yeah, about that time, yeah.
Now, if you want, do you want to talk about your build right now and what you're doing? We were talking about that and everything, but you setting up your server and everything.
It's still a planning stages. I'm just really set up one machine, and I've not wired it in at all yet, and it's still up in the air a bit.
Tell us a little bit about your plan. What's your plan?
Okay. The plan is to host the majority of my stuff from this building. But I'm wanting to play around with a few ideas. I want to try and use a 4G LTE internet connections for one thing, for purposes of portability and other issues. It's going to be dynamic DNS, so to resolve some issues around that, I'm thinking of I'm already using a third private server host, so which is relatively expensive. So what I want to do is try and host the majority of my content from here, but use the VPS just to act as a fixed IP gateway sort of thing. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Now, is this new setup that you're doing, is that what causing like the issues with your audio and stuff like that?
No, that's got nothing to do. At the moment, I've only done minimal sort of stuff in this building itself, but just really laying down white Ethernet cables and stuff. But yeah, no, that's not the audio issue. The audio issue is something altogether different.
Because I was wondering, whenever there was a couple times where when you were messing with your mic and you playing around with the audio, it'd make this weird staticky sound and then straighten out. So, and I knew you were switching things over, so I figured I'd ask.
I realised, I think I realised what's happened with my Bluetooth headset last night. It just wasn't charged.
You know,
I keep on sticking it in this case, which is its own charging unit, but I keep on forgetting to charge this thing up.
You know what's going to end up happening, don't you? Like you're going to be an old pro at this shit, dude. Like
I'm already am, I think.
That's what's happening. It's like freaking you're actually, well, first of all, you're still holding on to the old earbud idea, and
well, I'm just using that as an earpiece. I'm not using it as a microphone at the moment. I'm using this as my lapel mic as a. But again, let's say you bring up something on YouTube. Or even not necessarily that, but it reduces echoing.
Okay, let me just say this a little better way so that it makes more sense, because I'm not real good at this. I'm talking about you, okay? Now, if you look at Tan, okay, Tan's got an earbud. Tan, say something real quick.
Hi.
See, he sounds good. I could probably put an earbud on and I would sound good, but when you put an earbud on...
Tan, where's your microphone? Is it that, or have you got a microphone? Okay, you're just using that.
It's the same. I think both of them earbuds has microphones, so I can just unplug one and put it in the case and then continue to use the other one.
Same with me, but I don't know, it might just need cleaning out. It might be a block build up wax or something.
I've got like
it could be.
I've got a slight habit of being superstitious too, like, you know what I mean? So it's like it works okay with Dan, but it doesn't work good with you. You got like this omen against you saying no, you cannot use earbuds.
Yeah. Maybe Mark has a slightly complicated.
What was it, 2 months ago I bought this? I was using the buds relatively okay.
Well, they were okay.
There's been a few videos, a few streams that they sounded absolutely terrible on, but
they sound better than the old ones, that's for sure. I remember the ones you had before.
Yep.
Those were horrible.
Yep. Actually, the last pair was the previous model to this, the Jabra 75. I think, and there was a slight difference in sound quality, not very much, but the major issue I was finding was that they were only holding a charge per bud for about 3-4 hours. And I couldn't use the left one without using the right one because the sound was moving from the right one to the left one. So I couldn't just swap between the two.
Yeah.
It was such a fancy earbud. It's so much trouble. I got mine from Walmart, and it's been working fine.
I'm actually a big fan of the Jabra. This is probably the fourth Jabra device I've used, and yeah, I've been a fan of them.
You know what the deal is, right? I'm gonna have to transfer my nickname that Bob Dove gave me as Fancy Pants over to Mark Edworthy. Call him Edworthy, Mr. Fancy Pants, Mr. Fancy Pants.
But I bought this production quality lapel microphone just 2 months ago.
Fancy Pan, isn't that a name of a volcano?
No,
fancy lapels.
I'm thinking something else.
No, with your earbuds too, just to fill everybody in, whoever's watching, he had issues, so we had to reschedule today. This is the final episode that we're doing for this season, until January, and I didn't want to do it without Mark with his bad earphones and without Tan not being here. He was sick.
So, I was still sick. But
so it was still a blessing that his earphones screwed up because
right.
Yeah, he actually went through and did some technical stuff with it, and he glued the shit out of it. I know.
Actually, no, I glued. Noticed that for some reason, the connection on this is acting a little bit iffy, so I just tidied it up and stuck a bit of epoxy glue on it just to keep it fixed in position.
Good.
Around the capsule and the wire.
Duct tape is a handyman's secret weapon.
Yep.
Indeed.
Electrical tape, especially on audio. There's a lot of people who they don't even mess around with it. Right there where it connects up, they just go ahead right as soon as they buy it. They freaking make the split and they just use freaking electrical tape because it.
Yeah, I used epoxy glue rather than electrical tape, but problem is with this, the capsule on this thing is so small. It's only about a mil and a half long, wide, so you can't really open it up and do any maintenance on it.
Well, you got the job done. We're proud of you, man. It sounds really great.
Yep, sounds good.
Cool.
So now I wanted to cover all your mishaps because that was good shit. Yesterday, you were so lucky I didn't hit the stream button, dude. It was just something else. Like I was sitting there like, you know what, we're just gonna have to take a break. We'll do this again tomorrow because it was that bad. So now, do you guys want to still discuss where we left off on our weave?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
You have to remind me.
Yeah. You gotta recap what.
I know you were on that website and we were talking about the cryptocurrency and stuff behind it and everything, and how you could go on into the Fediverse and you could set up your own website basically.
Yeah, so this was as the result of something that what's the streaming media provider's name?
You could probably find it in your search history on your browser, most likely.
Yeah, I guess
this was related to the
Odyssey. Was it Odyssey?
Yeah, Odyssey and then Arweave.
Yeah, Odyssey.
And we were talking about Mine's usage of that beforehand.
Yeah, so Mark said Mines might have used it in the past. I don't know about that.
The PermaWeb.
Was it PermaWeb?
Facility. Yeah, that used it.
Arweave, a community-driven ecosystem. And Arweave.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. We have to wait for Odyssey to come up with the next update on what they are doing with.
What we saw was
but it's basically it sounds like they're planning to have a kind of a decentralized video storage facility.
I'm not even sure if that video was serious. It was extremely satirical.
Yeah.
Could be. I mean, kind of satire.
Well, for how can I say this properly? For Odyssey, they better freaking do something quick. That's about as best as I can say, because you know, I use it for a completely different reason than what I'm sure they want to do it for. Like I don't care about getting any of their cryptocurrency. The only features I use it for is to it's easier for people to download my stuff if they want it. You know what I mean?
Do they do any cryptocurrency or crypto token? then? Because I thought I thought they weren't.
Well, they do have a token system, but I have yet
Okay,
been.
so it's a token. It's more of a World of Warcraft style token system rather than a cryptocurrency.
1 minute, guys. Back.
All right.
Let the dogs out so she stopped barking.
All
Sure.
right. I've yet been able to find any way of cashing out on it though. That's
Yeah, I don't think it could be a ERC, whatever, an Ethereum based token, but again, there's issues with the US Securities Exchange Commission, issues that mines have been ignoring,
no.
as we both know.
I found it says meet Arweave permanent information storage. The Arweave network is like Bitcoin but for data. A permanent and decentralized web inside an open ledger. Permanent storage has many applications, from the preservation of humanity's most important data to the hosting of truly decentralized and probably neutral web apps. The Arweave protocol is suitable, mature, and widely adopted. As such, its ecosystem is fully decentralized. This site is just the tip of the iceberg. It acts as a map that points you to places you can learn about, use, and build on Arweave. Dive in. The rabbit hole is deep, and the possibilities are endless. Now that kind of sounds scary too.
I'm not sure about the term mature in this circumstance. As far as I remember, we didn't know anything about it until 2019. That's hardly mature compared to some other projects. Also, permanent. It's only permanent if the service stays and if it's being used.
Now, if you take it as if you take it for what they were talking about on Odyssey, I could see like how they use the videos as like the stars up above the planets. That could be permanent.
Yeah.
So when you transfer your data storage or your videos, it becomes permanent. And because they were talking about like if you get banned from YouTube, it'll freaking emulate freaking your YouTube channel.
It's only permanent if you can gain access to the content after the fact.
Yeah.
And if you've got platforms that are not going to use that protocol, then it's not permanent.
Yeah.
Or it's permanent, but it's not accessible.
I think the point is that the data is being replicated across all of those planets, right? So that if one planet explodes, the data is still available elsewhere.
Yeah.
What happens if less and less interest, as we've seen with the Tool project within the last couple of years, nodes are being reduced. More and more people less and less people are becoming interested in that project.
Well, permanent.
It's only
permanent data storage. I can Google that too and find out.
I mean, permanent data storage. Are we talking about in 2,000 years' time, in a million?
I found something.
Later.
Found something interesting that I can share. Arweave explained. You see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Medium.
What's the date? What's the date on that document?
November 2023. So last year.
I may have already seen that one.
Yeah, you might have. It's a little global hard drive that never forgets. Supports decentralized networks and incentivized by token. Huh?
Yeah.
Right? Provides
Mm-hmm.
storage for any type of files permanently and sustainably with a single upfront payment. What the heck? Okay, that's interesting. This payment is involved.
So you do
Well, I
have to
suppose
pay for it.
I suppose that's dependent on the platform or the provider, not necessarily dependent on the provider.
Well, it's interesting how it relates to perma-web because the perma-web is the thing for providing permanent links to some resource on the internet, right? And once you have that perma-web link to a resource, it's guaranteed that it's always going to be there. It's never going to go dead anytime in the future, right?
Guaranteed. Guaranteed by what?
by
Again,
the by
are we
by the
talking about
protocol.
2,000 years' time?
Mm.
Well, it's just like with your wallet, okay? When you get your wallet, that is yours. There is nobody that freaking knows anything about that but you. Now you have to store your passwords and your password phrases and stuff like that because if you don't, it's gone.
Mhm.
So you pay these guys money and they're probably doing something like that, and then after that, after you make that payment and it's all set up, that's yours, and you have to be responsible for it or it's gone.
So, what happens if this company goes bankrupt or is acquired by a different company, or a
Well,
major disaster happens?
this thing is a protocol, and
Mm-hmm.
it's being data's being replicated in the whole network. So that's why.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
if you've been
that's the
if you've been somebody
decentralized
for
part of this
yeah,
protocol.
You could
yeah, but
probably set it up yourself, to be honest. You
well, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hmm.
bypass this payment plan that they're trying to give you and say, you know what, fuck you, I'll go set my own shit up.
Yeah, but no. But the thing is that the payment plan is for your benefit. I
Yeah,
think
but
that you people
companies
get
come
paid
and
you
go.
people
Com-
pay you to access your data.
Oh,
companies
I
come
see.
and go all the time. What happens if Viva disappears in the next 5 years?
So who disappears?
If are we, if they
Yeah,
disappear like within the
Are
next
we
5 years,
Arweave is just a protocol though, right?
yeah, but
How does
it's the entire payment sort of
how
thing.
how does how does Gmail? What happened to your email if Gmail disappears in 10 years?
I've been
Uh,
wondering that about Yahoo because I have an old
yeah,
Yahoo account too.
yeah.
I mean, Google is well known for closing down services.
Mm,
They've done quite a few in the last couple of years.
mm.
Well, Google
Well, I
Stadia,
mean,
does.
announced.
if you synchronize your email on your local computer, then you have a local copy. And so if Gmail goes away,
Remember,
Mm-hmm.
Gmail allows for POP3 and IMAP protocol, so you could actually physically transfer the data quite
yeah, that's
easily.
what I mean.
I've even got it transferred over onto Hotmail. I mean, I get all my Gmail stuff on my Hotmail as well.
Do they still have Hotmail?
Yeah, I use it for
Yeah,
porn.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought they have like Outlook.com or something now.
Well, they changed
Yeah,
it, but
but
you can
yeah, it's
still.
like Microsoft usage of Skype. If they find that they've got a lot of users, then they will keep that product going.
Mm,
Hotmail, Skype being the
like
major two obvious.
I still have my email as hotmail.com, and they've never changed it. They all they did is transfer.
Okay,
They just
I
changed.
see.
They just
Hmm.
transferred it to another location. You know.
AR token is an Arweave cryptocurrency, right?
Yeah. We
Have,
had something on.
Uh, crypto token. Crypto token.
yeah, have you
What
looked into this?
again?
What kind of crypto token is it?
Um.
Is it based off of what? Bitcoin or Ethereum?
I
I,
presume it's enough ERC
that's a good
20
question.
whatever it is.
I
Well,
believe.
its current pricing is pretty good. Look at this, $30.
Oh yeah,
Oh
So it is a
yeah,
currency.
yeah.
So
But
it is actually a
yeah.
currency and not a token.
now go to one
No,
year.
no, this is a token.
Go to
Arweave is a token.
Well, in that
AR.
case, according to current
switch the
US
switch the chart to 1 year instead. That way you
All
can see
right.
a yearly. The year.
yeah,
Oh
according to
wow,
com-
nice. That is
according
nice.
to
Have you have
with the
you
lenses,
introduced
can be.
Mind Scamming and his gang into this, Roger?
What'd you say?
Did you get any feedback from Mind Scamming and his gang about this? Are we?
Nah, he didn't even respond to it.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah, me
Probably
and
not that good then.
when we did have mines whatever the service was this service we both had a lot of discussions about this.
For a crypto token worth like this, I've never seen any crypto token
Yeah,
value that.
no,
I didn't.
it's
I've
not.
never seen one
It's
go up that
technically
high. Like
it's
Yeah.
technically
it
not
started
crypto
out
token.
smaller, and usually cryptocurrency declines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's not crypto token. I really do not like this because technically it's illegal under
Yeah.
US and UK, and
Well, maybe we're missing something, Mark. It's got to be legal. I mean, are all crypto tokens illegal? Right?
no all crypto tokens, according to the UF, is it FCE, FC, the Financial Conduct
Yep.
Agency,
FEC.
FEC, Financial whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Economics.
Yeah, um, a token cannot act as a currency. It's not a financial asset. It cannot be a financial asset.
Mm.
A currency can be a financial asset, even though there's a large argument about that at the present moment. But a token cannot be a financial asset, and hence the issue with mines and their definition of a crypto token.
Yeah.
On one hand, they say that it is not a financial asset, but on another side, elsewhere on the platform, elsewhere in the infrastructure, it states that it is a financial asset.
Where does it state at?
I brought up actually, I've got 2 GitLab tickets on this.
Oh, it's pertaining to Minds token, yeah?
Yeah.
No. He's saying what he always does. He gets mad about it when we start talking about tokens as cryptocurrency, and he doesn't even like using the term cryptocurrency. Like he's real.
Not in that response, not in that relation, because it is inaccurate.
You're hardcore is what it is.
I just believe in providing good information and accurate information.
Here in the United States, you know what they would call you? It's not a bad word.
Right.
No, you'd be what they refer to as a straight edger.
Okay.
No, a straight.
Nothing wrong with that.
A straight edger, like they're the ones that sit at a drinking party to make sure everybody doesn't drink, and if they do, they get their ass whooped.
I just recognise that in Europe there are stronger consumer laws, consumer protection laws, and in the US consumer protection laws are laughable. This is a form of abuse of those consumer protection laws, or lack of.
Well, the thing of it is, though, you see here in the United States, like we have more freedoms than you guys do. You guys are all about regulations and
Yes,
regulations and
yeah, you have
regulations.
freedoms to lie, right?
Like you guys
Um,
don't have the freedom to lie, dude.
determining tokens
Seriously.
as by determining tokens as currencies, that's a lie.
Like you don't have the rights to lie and shit. Why? Just because?
No, because we could go to court and say, "Oh, you are violating my consumer rights.
Well, I mean,
You
seriously, though.
provoking both sides." And
Well, think about what you just said there. You said you don't have the same ability to lie like we do here in the United States. Like you guys can lie at any time you wish. I mean,
yes, but we've got consumer protection laws, regulations in on in basis to actually try and eliminate these lies or to try and mitigate these lies.
I find it a little bit uneasy though that you guys are jumping on this cloud shit. Like over in Europe and in England, all of you guys are wanting to get on the cloud, and like especially in gaming, I'm noticing that they're really trying to push that over in Europe. You know, like it's
Yeah,
start.
but it's also in the US, it's also Canada, it's also Australia, it's also China, it's everywhere.
I'm finding out that Canada is actually more lenient than we are. I mean, a
Uh,
heck of a lot more lenient than we are. Like Rumble, for example. You know what I mean? Rumble is a really good example of that. Like they get away with 5 times more on Rumble than what we could ever do on a platform here in the United States.
Rumble is much
um,
smarter.
You know,
in some respects,
I just I
follows UK concepts when it comes to consumer protection. But as we've seen recently with the various acts, C16, C11 on blurbs in Canada, there are very restrictive protections in Canada, more restrictive protections in Canada.
Well,
Regulation gone mad, sort of thing.
what do you think about that?
let me share it. I found this article interesting. It's on the Motley Fool site about Arweave, how it works, and how the crypto token work. So, um, so this they're marrying crypto the crypto technologies into file sharing technology, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, uh, so it's kind of interesting and novel.
Yeah.
Um, uh, so which means that mean encryption is built in to
Uh,
into the storage, right?
That's pretty cool.
Um,
Not
and
sure how.
what the normal cryptocurrency calls their blockchain. This thing called themselves block weaves.
Oh wow.
uh,
Yeah, because
uh,
they treat this slightly differently than conventional blockchains, rather than
mhm.
being a blockchain in itself or using a blockchain. It's um, it acts as a
and
cluster.
yeah, and then they use this. They're repurposing the idea of mining. How does mining work for Airweave, right? Airweave miners maintain the block weave by providing the disk space and replicating the network data. Mining and validating blocks of data is done through a system called proof of access
Yeah.
instead of proof of trade or something similar on
So
the blockchain.
technically, is that mining? Or is that just storage?
Well, it's a contract. It's a mining contract.
Yeah, it's a storage contract. It's not a mining thing. It's not like you are paid.
Let's see. Let's read on. In the proof of access system, when a miner checks a block, they must verify that it also contains a randomly selected marker from a previous block. The result is an entirely different structure from what traditional blockchains and blockchain companies do. On the block weave, every block is linked to two previous blocks and the one following block. Airweave also handles the legal challenges of public, permanent blockchain-based data storage by offering content moderation through several flexible mechanisms. Miners can analyze and refuse to store any data. Network, I guess so. When the miners get paid by offering their storage space, I guess. Yeah. Network gateways that provide access to stored data can filter data. Regional gateways could implement different standards based on different legal needs. And Arweave-based apps can filter the data they show to users, allowing the possibility of community-driven content moderation. As an example of positive content moderation, Arweave worked with the Internet Watch Foundation to prevent distribution of content associated with the abuse of children. There are several interesting Arweave apps, and since Arweave is a smart contract blockchain, there's an ongoing stream of new apps. The new apps include the Arweave Web Archive for storing websites, called ArDrive, and for storing your files, and Perma Web Community, which allows users to create and run profit-sharing community.
Now, see, that's what you were looking at as we were ending the last episode, was PermaWeb, and I was thinking about PermaWeb too. You know, that could actually be a good substitute for building a website too.
No, because how mine was using PermaWeb was just, as far as I could say, and I did a few experiments at the time, it was just uploading the media content of a post. So if you post as let's say a video file attached to it, or an image file attached to it, it would only upload that content. Any text-based content didn't appear.
Okay, so it would all just be like video and stuff like that.
And images, yeah. Media files. Oh, yeah. Any attached file.
Arweave claims of permanent storage also feels disappointing when you learn that it's actually guaranteeing only 200 years of storage.
Oh, shit.
How can it guarantee 200 years of storage?
Yeah, I guess.
Again, this is going back to my point about permanent storage.
Well, how does...
I'm just so disappointed.
How does when you deposit money into a bank, they guaranteed your deposit for up to $60,000, right? Or I don't know how it works in the US.
But if the bank goes, we saw this in 2007. If in the UK, Red Rock went bankrupt, which they did, the money just disappeared. The money.
What, you don't have any laws in there guarantee your deposit up to a certain amount?
Yes. But if the company's already gone into liquidation, who are you going to chase?
England doesn't have any
laws.
The
government, I guess. I mean, there's federal law.
So it's coming back. To taxpayers.
I've already checked it out. England has the same setup that the United States does. Like, they only guarantee 30 or 40% of the amount of money you have in your bank account. So it goes by percentage. You guys, I think, go according to.
No, I think there's maximum amount, something like 20 grand or something.
They have a set amount of money.
In Canada, maximum 60 grand.
Yeah, and here you get percentages.
We saw this in 2007 with the Royal Bank of Scotland. Subsidiary companies such as NatWest had to be partially given over to the public sector.
Well, look at Citibank. Look at Citibank. You remember that back in the, what was it, 80s or 90s?
We took out Black Friday 89.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, they ended up crashing. They took all their freaking money and they left. They just
Citibank?
Yeah, they just left. They come to find out they were in freaking what was it? It was that freaking country where they caned their people.
No.
Punishing
Citibank.
Thailand.
Are you sure Citibank? They're still in business now.
Yeah, they're based out of Thailand. But they're based out of Thailand.
Yeah, and what's stopping a CEO saying, okay, let's close up this operation and let's move all the money over to Switzerland or to Canary Islands.
Yeah.
You want it? Screw you.
That's what they can do. That's what the Citibank did. They closed all their shops and they freaking come to find out they were based out of Thailand. So I know everybody here freaking they lost a big chunk of money if they were associated with Citibank. They only got like freaking I think it was 60% out of 100 of what they had.
Are you sure it's Citibank? Because Citibank's still open for business in Canada.
It's still open.
But it's a different company. It's technically been acquired by a different company.
I see.
But
could be. It could be.
They never shut down.
Name.
They never shut down. They just pulled out of the freaking countries and shit until they could pull themselves back together.
But they're still headquartered in New York now.
I don't know about now. No, I know back then there was a big scandal because they found out they were from Thailand. That's where they were originally based. So this was.
Well, is that a problem? Because we have foreign banks in here. HSBC is from Hong Kong, I think.
And see,
but they've still got offices in other countries, and therefore they're still regulated by localized. Sure.
Laws. They have to respect local laws, but.
Well, the deal is when you're a multinational bank, you have to also apply to be a multinational bank, and for you to do that, you have to be sponsored by a country. You just can't say I'm a multinational bank and do trades across borders. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be sponsored by a country.
I'm not sure I'll be sponsored, but you've got to have a physical headquarters,
right?
Like all companies now.
You've
got to have a physical headquarters.
That's called a sponsor. Just say, a main headquarters in a country. That's.
Wait, let me.
Okay, it looks like they have been acquired by several different companies.
I gotta reshare this article because we didn't finish reading through it. Is Arweave a good investment? It has a potential as a cryptocurrency investment. It has well-defined use case. It provides unique service, and the number of partnership it has established are good signs since it shows what other organizations think of this storage coin. It's a storage coin. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is.
It's messed up.
Storage coin. Again, this is where definitions come into play. Coin or token.
No, if I could eliminate the freaking monetization from other people with a coin, you know what I'm saying, I would be perfectly fine with it. That's the only reason why I got involved with that stuff with Minds Gaming, was because if there's a chance I could do that with the WoW coin I started with him, then that would be cool, because then the community could use them to freaking create their own currency, you know what I'm saying, and trade among one another.
So how to buy Arweave? Buying options for Arweave are limited, at least if you're in the United States.
Yeah.
Most major U.S. crypto exchanges haven't listed this cryptocurrency yet. Fortunately, there are a couple of places where U.S. investors can buy Bittrex, OKCoin, and Crypto.com. Internet. So it looks like that's a legit crypto token or a cryptocurrency. Am I right?
Yeah, again, well, legitimate is a bit of a questionable up in the sky sort of thing at the moment, isn't it? Because of various regulatory bodies.
And
Well, we're talking outside of the U.S. here
Yeah,
for.
even in Europe, even
Yeah.
in in UK, cryptocurrencies not defined as financial assets. Crypto tokens are not defined as financial assets.
now, just another thing too. If Coinbase isn't mentioned on there, it's not freaking really.
Yeah,
It's not really secure.
because yeah,
Mm.
no Coinbase has been questioned by
Yeah, but
regulatory
how come
bodies
Coinbase?
many times.
Oh, CoinMarketCap. It's listing it, not Coinbase. I wanted to Coinbase.com, right?
Coinbase
Yeah.
being probably one of the leading players in the market, in the exchange market.
And they're very hard when it comes to cryptocurrency. Like
Yeah,
if it,
because they've got regulators, they've got politicians sniffing around them all the time.
hmm So I mean, if you want to go to a wallet or a platform that actually where they
Here you
have to,
go.
you know,
It's listed on Coinbase. Let me share this tab. See,
yeah, and you
it's
can
not
buy it.
tradable on Coinbase, but it's listed.
Yeah, not tradable, but it's listed. Is it
Yeah.
listed as a token or as a currency on
Interesting. Where do
Coinbase?
you find that out?
Yeah,
What is this?
currency,
Is it
by the look of it.
Well,
If it's
when
yeah,
it
it's
says that
treated as
it's
a
not
currency.
tradable, what it means is like you can't physically trade on their platform. Now, what I can do is I can buy the coin from them on their platform, but I'd have to go to like
mhm.
Uniswap or some other
A third
wallet and
party,
get
yeah.
it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
To trade it, but you
I'm
can
not even
buy it.
sure if Uniswap's. I'm not even sure if Uniswap's doing that, but then again, Uniswap's calling Minds token a
Unis
financial asset. So
Uniswap will trade anything. Them and
okay,
MetaMask,
yeah.
you know, I mean, you freaking give them dirt and they'll try to trade that shit.
Yeah, and I can see that company. Oh, that actually, it's not a company per se, isn't it? There's no actual
No, yeah,
company name there.
I don't
But
even.
I can see that organization being scrutinized in the next 5, 10 years.
Yeah,
Seriously scrutinized.
especially with the new stuff they're coming out with now. They're freaking allowing you to create a portfolio and shit. And like that blew me away. I was surprised that they even started doing that. To be honest with you.
Okay, I've not really looked at Uniswap for a while now.
I mean, don't get me
Right.
wrong. It's cool if they're willing to let you do it. You know what I mean? I think
Again,
it
it still doesn't tell me what kind of cryptocurrency this thing is.
is. Now up here it says Arweave AR. Now what you want to do is you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Uh-huh. Well, this is the page about it right here.
yeah. Now go to the trade page.
The trade page.
If
Where do I go?
if see
The
Coinbase,
trade path,
the market. There you go. Hit market.
the market, which is down here.
Okay. Then go up to the top where that Coinbase is above that, and just click on the name Coinbase real quick.
The top where it says Coinbase. Where are we
Right,
talking
right up
about?
on the right hand side or left hand side. I mean.
Left hand side here.
Yeah, right there. Just click on
That
it.
will go home. I'll go to the home
Right
page.
there you go.
What do you mean?
When now when you go in there, you look for assets.
Okay. I'm just gonna explore crypto. Is
Yeah,
what.
there you go. There you go.
But that's where I found it.
There and
That's just a list of.
now do it again on there.
Okay.
And
and it takes you to here. That's where it is.
Okay, now is it on your list down there below that? Because it's got like Bitcoin, Solanas.
Where do you see Bitcoin Solana?
The list and everything that you got right there for the crypto prices.
Oh, AR prices. Where do you see Bitcoin?
It's right here on the top, BTC. Up there in the search for an asset, you just type in the one that you want, and it should show it down below right there where it says crypto prices.
I don't want to search for Bitcoin.
Well, don't type Bitcoin in there. What was it? Arweave AR. Type Arweave AR into the search for assets up on the top.
Why I'm already there. Why would I search for Arweave?
The only thing that I can find about this is it's claimed to be a native cryptocurrency. Whatever native means in this context.
Mm-hmm.
So I presume they'll own. I presume.
I'm not seeing it. All I see is like the crypto prices and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at various other things.
But with that, I know.
65 million Arweave coins or tokens in circulation. So that's a lot.
I just got approached here recently by Dogecoin.
Okay.
They came in and bought my WoW coin on MintMe. I thought that was strange. Like those guys will buy anything.
Binance. Apparently you can buy it on Binance.
Now, see, that's the thing that gets me is like they come out with these weird freaking websites, and then that one OK something. It was OK something. It's like I've never heard of any of these freaking websites. And then like creating your own coin. I did that with Minds Gaming, but before I did it with him, I actually was approached by Near. One of the guys on there freaking told me to go and get on their Discord channel. So I went on their Discord channel, and all of a sudden these spammers started coming out of everywhere trying to pretend like they were admins for the freaking the server, and conning me into freaking like buying.
And you actually have to care about this stuff. You can't just say, "Oh, well, we've got several orders of magnitude left to go," like whatever, because you're legitimately trying to store information forever. You have to worry about what will happen in 1,000 or 10,000 years. It's interesting to think about 10,000 years in advance, because Avi and I are usually worried about what happens this week in terms of price action, and just
you're always thinking about the next 5 minutes. This episode is brought to you by Perennial Finance.
Okay. It's just main marketing. Something you might be interested in is what I've just something you might be interested in is what I've just published in the Minds chat. Skype's chats.
All right.
Okay, Roger. Why don't you bring it up?
Let me see if I can find it.
I did see this before. This dates back to 2021.
Okay.
Actually, 2018. Actually, I've read it before.
Let me do a screen share real quick.
It's a light paper.
It's quite a
not a white paper.
Actually, that's true. Yeah. That is true. I could just do the freaking white paper, huh? They've got the white paper option, don't they?
No, they have light paper.
Oh
light paper, white paper, whatever. same difference at the end of the day.
Where is the white paper?
It's a press document, yeah. It's a descriptive press document.
Now, can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Screen share. Okay, so I can go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll go to the actual document and stuff. So.
It's quite text heavy. It's 11 pages, so.
Oh wow. See, that'll give me a headache if I let it. Typical blockchains is it has block weave, proof of access, wildfire, block shadows. That's what they were just talking about on 4.4. No. Now that is on page 7.
Democratic content policy.
Oh my goodness.
Man. Okay. I don't know.
In a traditional blockchain system, when a new block is mined, each entire block is distributed to every node in the network, no matter how much the block data a node already possesses. This is not only an enormous waste of data, but significantly slows down the rate at which a network can come to the consensus about a block. Arweave therefore introduces a new technology, block shadows, that not only minimizes this waste of data, but enables fast block consensus and massive transactions throughput.
Yeah. Hence my point about taking a different viewpoint of what a blockchain is.
Yeah.
Taking a different position on what blockchain is.
Now, block shadowing works by partially decoupling transactions from blocks and only sending between nodes a minimum block shadow that allows peers to reconstruct a full block. Instead of transmitting the full block itself, these block shadows significantly contain a hash of the wallet list and that hash list, and in place of the transactions inside a block only contain a list of transaction hashes. From this information, likely only a few kilobytes, a node who already holds all of the transactions inside the block and an up-to-date hash and wallet list can reconstruct the entire block of almost arbitrary size. To facilitate this, nodes will also immediately share transactions with one another, but only attempt to place transactions inside a block once they have a high certainty that other nodes in the network also have the transaction. That's cool. That would actually be a pretty good setup right there.
Yeah.
Well, does it have any other than using technologies for file sharing, file storage?
Yeah. So the currency idea is really outside of this remit as a separate entity.
Yeah. And see, transactions is one of the biggest issues they have when it comes to cryptocurrency, because like you have different functions that take place just to get a transaction. Like if you compared it to like using a debit card at a grocery store back in the old days, when you went in with a credit
card. Which I did earlier. It wasn't back in those days. I just done it 2 hours ago.
This is easier to understand. Like, remember back before they had the computerized shit, where you go into a store and they had to take and swipe your card with that freaking big old freaking thing. Does the ink?
Again, I did it just a couple hours ago.
That's sad.
But
anyhow,
it's better than checks. It's better than writing out a check.
Yeah, but what happens is it takes time for them for that transaction to go through. Well, now it's set up with the cryptocurrency that you have certain steps that you have to take for the transaction to be made, and then it has to also be freaking verified that that transaction was made. And it happens fast, don't get me wrong, but it takes a certain amount of time.
Of course, all of these things have to take a amount of time just for consumer protection. After all, you don't want to be able to have £1 billion worth of goods when your credit limit's only what, 10
Not with
quid.
Cryptocurrency. They want their transactions automatic. So like if they gotta wait,
it's automated, but again, it will take a bit of time. It's not instantaneously. It could be a couple of minutes.
It gets
them. Go back to the white paper, Roger, and read section 3.
Section 3. Okay. Yeah, it gets these guys frustrated, man, when they have to freaking transfer the coins to their wallet and it takes them 2 minutes for the transaction to go through. These cryptocurrency guys are crazy. They're almost as crazy.
Yeah, but everybody wants to make the cake and eat it all at the same time. So.
Now you said section 3 or page 3?
Section 3. Go down from where you were.
Okay.
Oh, you were waiting. Okay, go up then. Yeah. Way further then.
Section 3. I gotta get your head out of the way. I had alright, here we go. Section 3, motivation.
Yeah, right.
You want me to read that?
Yeah.
Okay, we have designed and implemented a blockchain network where permanent, low-cost storage is a reliability, weaving storage access into consensus, combined with novel approaches to transaction bundling in arbitrary size blocks, creates a high throughput cryptocurrency that improves on other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. In the past, archives, internet or otherwise, have typically been maintained by a single institution or even individual, making them vulnerable to two primary forms of manipulation. The first of these is through the modification of documents during their storage. The second is that the document could have been forged or modified prior to their entry into storage. For example, the many works attributed to Socrates that are believed to have been penned by his disciples. This right here spells freaking NFTs to me. Every time people start talking like that, that's what you're hearing is NFTs. Arweave solves both of these problems. Once the document is stored on the weave, it is cryptographically linked with every other block on the weave. This ensures that any attempt to change the contents of the document will be detected and rejected by the network. In this way, no subversion of the information on the weave is possible. Arweave is a browsable sister network to the internet, providing the long-term permanent data storage. Features that the internet desperately needs but currently lacks. A critical component of the Arweave system is designed for developers to easily build applications that interface with, create, and use data from the network. These apps build with a language agnostic REST API will act as a node in the network that listen to the network. The functions of these apps will be wide and varied, from decentralized and immutably social networks to discussion websites and new aggregators. In order to submit information to the Weave, a small number of tokens will be required. These tokens will be used to pay miners for their work in maintaining the Weave and network, as well as decentralizing the propagation of spam.
Disincentivizing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep. So there's how miners get paid for offering their storage on their node, storage space onto a node on the Weave. And
that's pretty good. This has turned out to be pretty interesting.
It sounds very familiar, though.
I'm telling you, when I was reading that, it made me think of NFTs. They've pulled off.
I think this is what you now consider this, and what you were talking about before, Roger, where you want to create videos that people will pay for to watch, right?
Yep.
And I think that's what Odyssey is planning for their video streaming platform when they integrate that with Arweave.
I think that would be a good idea, and then people won't have to be asked to freaking donate to you and shit like that. Just getting on there and watching your video.
I'm not sure if this is viable due to the amount of other existing platforms out there. If Odyssey starts doing this, then you've got other existing platforms that are providing access or providing uploads content for free. Well, technically free. Financially free.
You wouldn't be charged. All you would do is click on it and you would watch it, and the person who made that video would make crypto off of it just because you watched it.
Yeah, but who's gonna pay? Where's the crypto coming from?
Well, it'd most likely come from them if they want the service, I guess. I mean, I don't like with Odyssey. You have cryptocurrency that you can earn if you like watch 5 or 10 videos within a week or so and shit like that. And then whenever I post a video on there, I also have to put a price on it to where frickin' it's like I have to pay like 0.001 in their cryptocurrency in order to post it. You know what I mean? So
what, you have to pay to post? Okay.
Yeah, you have to pay with those tokens to post videos.
Is it on D-Live? Where are you talking about?
It's right there on Odyssey.
Odyssey, okay.
So presumably there's a form of feedback loop. That means how about your first couple posts? Because if you haven't got any views already, if you haven't got any existing views, then there is no you have not been able to receive any tokens.
They give you rewards in there too, though. Like say when you go in there, if you get somebody that subscribes to your channel, you get you know what I mean, and then
well, you've got to have existing content in there for people to want to subscribe to the channel.
Right. Well, see, I was lucky enough because old John's the one who showed me about Odyssey back when it was Library. And then they switched over to Odyssey, and Odyssey wanted me to do all these things, so I freaking had John just go in there and freaking subscribe to me, and then I did the same with him, and I ended up getting him, but like, you know, shit, if you're on your own, you would actually have to get busy on there and start freaking looking at other people's videos and stuff like that for you to get your own currency. So, but it's not hard. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really have to put much effort into it. I just don't put any effort into it. I'm too busy freaking putting videos up to watch other people's shit. To be honest with you.
Indeed, yeah. There's only so many hours in a day.
You know, like
appreciate that one.
They're telling that you have to watch like 20 videos to get their coin and stuff, and like, dude, I ain't got freaking enough time in the day to freaking be watching 20 videos in a week.
It's okay if the 20 videos are 2 minutes long each or something, but I tend to watch a lot of long form stuff, so 30, 40, 50, and a half.
Now, what you're getting at, Tan, though, that would be perfect though, because like if a person could go on there and just watch the video, and then freaking you could earn tokens off of just watching it, then that would be cool, you know. I think that freaking people aren't gonna freaking want to freaking, you know, donate freaking shit to you and stuff like that, like they're doing on mines. You know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna want to send you donations. Well, you did such a good job on that video, I'm gonna give you this. You know, they don't. You know, it just.
Yeah. That seems it doesn't work very well. The voluntary system.
Yeah, well, it's intrusive too. You know what I mean? It's just like just make something that's set up to where all the people have to do is watch your content, and they can get some form of freaking monetary stuff off of it. I would love it if it was that way. Come to find out, I found out YouTube isn't even like. For the longest time, I thought YouTube was kind of like that, because you watch a certain amount and you could get paid for it. You know, but come to find out, they don't even do that shit. Like, they keep track of the views and stuff, and they don't even need that shit. They don't. They have, other than freaking saying who can be monetized and who can't be monetized, there's absolutely no use for views. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, I guess for the ECPM stuff, I guess, or however that's announced, maybe that's needed.
Yeah. Click thing.
The commerce something. We talked about it before whenever we were doing that on. We were talking about Rumble. So.
By the way, did you notice? Oh wait, no, this is X. Oh jeez. I just noticed I saw something new in the menu, and I thought it was mines. called Grok.
Yeah.
It's the AI.
Bad PR.
What's it called again?
Jesus, whoever came up with that name.
Nerdy. Yeah. It's a nerdy Linux term.
That's AI now. I tested it out the other day. I went in and did my notorious mixing Star Wars with freaking Midnight Cowboy story. Because I wanted to hear their version of it, and I do have to admit they did do a better version of that story than what Copilot did.
No.
Copilot, they had where Luke Skywalker went into the alleyway, and there was a robot. R2-D2 was in the alleyway, and he was homeless and shit. You know. You remember Midnight Cowboy, right? The movie.
Sorry. Just realised something.
What did you realize?
I'm just publishing that post that I was creating earlier, and I just realised I major typo.
I don't know. We are getting.
Oh, that information. Better.
I'm getting all these messages and stuff on Minds. I think freaking oh, okay, that's you.
Yeah.
That is you. What the hell, dude? Don't be doing that shit to me, dude. I was like, I didn't know you was putting the post on Minds chat.
Yeah, I'm just realised I missed out two keywords.
Mozilla Corporation, the for-profit arm of Mozilla, enables experimental privacy-preserving attribution functionality by default in Mozilla Firefox version 128.0. This facility aims to give advertisers what they minimally require while protecting user privacy and even eliminating other existing tracking related functionality. I still don't trust them. Everybody bolsters them up, dude, but I still don't trust Mozilla. To this day,
I trust Mozilla more than I trust Google.
I don't trust either of them, being honest.
Well, it's sort of better the devil you know than which one do you want to trust more?
The only reason why I like Google better is because their ad blockers work better than what Mozilla's does. That's it.
Are they? I've been using uBlock on Mozilla on Firefox for years now. Not had any major issue with it. Oh, except all.
That reminds me, I just realized that freaking YouTube had to put a stop to their freaking ad blocker bullshit.
Yeah.
It's gone now, and they didn't send out any kind of notification. They didn't send out anything else. They knew they got in trouble, dude, and they just stopped doing it and didn't say nothing. I just realized that they freaking did that within the last week or so.
I'd say it's been about a month, maybe a bit longer now.
But they didn't send anybody any kind of notification whatsoever. It was just they stopped doing it. Did you hear that, Tran?
No, I'm sorry. I clicked back on the browser tab accidentally, and
on YouTube they cut their shit on that freaking ad blocker stuff where they were forcing people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so you can't use that anymore, yeah?
Well, you can use it now. Like before, they were making it to where you couldn't watch a video if you had an ad blocker, and they got in trouble in Europe over that shit. So, without even giving anybody any kind of notification saying they're going to stop it or anything, they just they stopped it.
Quietly allows you to do it now. Huh?
Yep. Freaking. Okay. I hate YouTube. You know. The only thing I hate worse than YouTube is Facebook.
Actually, I tend to use YouTube quite a lot.
Well, I mean,
it's only because it's mainly because all the commentators that I watch mainly use YouTube.
I use it too, but I don't agree with their tactics, and the environment that they create for people is just insane when it comes to these videos. Like content creators on YouTube will they will eat you if it'll make it to where they get views. They will literally kill you and eat you as food and then videotape it while they're doing
it. Okay.
If they could get views for it. They're cannibals.
Not everybody. Not all YouTube commentators are cannibals.
Well,
there's some vegetarians and vegans in there as well.
Yeah, maybe a few.
Gotta bring up the freaking vegetarians and the vegans. Okay. So, I think we covered this. If enough. If we go on any further, I think Tan's gonna pass out from freaking fatigue.
I'm looking out right now.
I know he's sick. I've been sitting here watching you, bud. You are definitely sick,
bud. My pale as a ghost.
You're getting there. And you're kind of squirming around like you're getting ready to pass out. So,
yeah. So I got this. I don't know what it is. It could be like some sort of throat infection or something. Yep. I cough like uncontrollably, and throat hurts.
Well, I'm glad that you was able to make it, even though you're sick, because this is a big deal. We've actually pulled off 2 seasons of this stuff. You know, this is something that I'm really amazed by, and believe it or not, people like this shit. Like, we'll get off of here, and I go on to Rumble, man, and people are watching this. Like, they love you guys. I think it's because of Mark. He's got that Chippendale look.
Yes, and your sexy voice.
Well, I didn't want to bring the sexy voice. And
I made both of you blush.
Yeah, I do it. I do all that for the ladies, though. You know what I mean? It's like freaking gotta show my love to all the ladies.
He's speechless too. I'm speechless.
But
all right.
I wanted to also say, man, we'll be back in January, and I think we should think about some of the stuff that we're going to do too later on. So, like, even though we're not going to be doing the shows, we should get together and kind of plan it out next year what we want to do and stuff like that. So,
what are we going to do from now until the end of the year, though?
You're gonna have to sit and twiddle your thumbs. Now, if you guys, I know you were talking about wanting to bring somebody on. I ain't gonna say his name on the stream, but if you want for an interview, Tan. Now, just
dude hasn't responded.
If you guys can get interviews and stuff, that's not a part of the show. That's why I separate it and do the interview separate from the show, so we can do interviews anytime for Tech Talk. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's just we don't have to like do the regular TV or the regular season episodes.
Yeah, if somebody interesting comes up, we can always like you said.
I'm not sure about this just yet, but depending on what I'm doing here, I might actually either create a few blog posts, blog articles, or potentially have a stream in relation to what I'm doing with my infrastructure.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, a stream will be interesting.
I think we should do another interview with you too on your resume, because like when we did it the first time, we were really horrible at this shit. And that first time we did it, that was a horrible video, so we should probably do it again. And I don't know.
I remember that one.
It was one of the first ones. It was really bad. I think it was actually the first video we did, actually.
That's why I can't remember it.
It was the first or second one. Me and Tan did the first one together. That's when he had.
Really? No, I think actually Mark was one of the first interview.
Yeah. Because he didn't want to tell his story. So I said, dude, all you got to do is tell us your career, like from when you started your in the tech industry. And
it was like one of the first episodes when we had nothing to talk about.
We were still echoing and shit. And like, Roger, turn down your microphone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good old times.
Yeah. So with all that, I'd like to again say thank you guys for being here. This was actually a great freaking season, in my opinion. I think it was great, and we'll be back here in January. And I'd like to thank everybody who watched this. And if you want to hear more from us, check us out. We'll be on minds.com. We also do Rumble, YouTube, Odyssey, and somehow shit ends up on BitChute. I still don't know how they're doing that. I have no. I didn't sync my channel up, nothing, and it just shows up. So I'm wondering if it might be the R-Weave.
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
So yeah, you guys want to say anything before we get off here?
Yeah, I think it's a pleasure to be on here. Thank you for the opportunity, Roger Hansen and Mark Edworthy. And I enjoyed all the episodes, and hope to see everybody in the next season.
What about you, Mark?
Same as Tan mentioned. Hopefully, I won't have any more audio issues.
That's not gonna happen, dude. That's
fingers crossed. That's wood.
So with that, I guess we will end the stream, and thank you guys for watching.
Peace out.